Oh, are we going to talk about something today?
Hold up.
Max Kellerman, an ESPN First Take co-host, as well as a TV personality and boxing commentator. I never thought I would have to make this video, but apparently I have to. Recently, on ESPN First Take, Max Kellerman said the quote, "In the USA, no one really cares about hockey." Well, that is where myself and the hockey community, for that matter, draw the line. You see, Max Kellerman, I'm a hockey fan. I'm also a baseball fan, a football fan, and partially an NBA fan. It's the Heat, if you can't tell. I'm a Bulls fan, but I also like the Heat. But I don't say no one really cares about basketball, no one really cares about football, no one really cares about baseball, no one really cares about soccer, lacrosse, etc., etc., etc. You don't see anyone saying that, putting that out on blast on one of your major networks. I don't hear anyone on ESPN radio saying nobody cares about hockey. I don't hear anybody on local radio stations saying nobody cares about hockey. But you, Max Kellerman, you put the entire hockey sport and community on blast for every fan to hear over the ESPN television and airwaves. Why would you do that? Why would you even say that nobody really cares about hockey when there's an entire community in it, not only in the US of A, but in Canada and overseas as well? There are a bunch of hockey players, a bunch of hockey leagues. Might not be as talked about like the NBA, football, baseball, or even other sports. But hey, there are people who care about hockey. You just bashed a sport that has over 120 years worth of history. Do you realize that you did that? Keep in mind, hockey is a sport where people have committed their life to. This is probably all some people even know is hockey. They've played it since they were just learning how to walk. And some of them even have made it to the NHL level, which is quite an accomplishment, Max Kellerman. Hockey is one of the best sports out there, all right? With one of the hardest championships to earn and win. It's called the Stanley Cup, and it is one of the most coveted trophies and championships to ever be earned in the world of sports that has been in existence for over 120 years. There are plenty of hockey fans that care. You might not care, Max Kellerman, but hockey fans do. Didn't Damian Woody, one of your ESPN coworkers, support the New York Islanders, an NHL team, and even go to a few games? Hell, even get on TV a couple of times? Yet you don't talk about that. What about the hockey community all over the country? That's quite the statement that no one really cares about hockey. Bold statement, my friend. Bold statement. Max Kellerman, I have an honest question for you. Have you ever been to a hockey game, let alone a playoff game? It's full of energy of fans who deeply care about the sport and about their teams. Perhaps you should open your mind to the idea of hockey and what it does for us hockey fans. Give it a chance. Maybe even talk about it. Who knows? You might like it. You've got some nerve to say that no one really cares about hockey, especially when there's a full network dedicated to the sport, as well as a wellspring of history that backs the sport itself. The amount of toughness that the players have can't be compared at all to any other player or athlete in any other sport. In the NHL playoffs, guys with torn ACLs, hairline fractures, and other broken or torn body parts or ligaments play through the injuries, and they play through the pain. And you can only imagine the pain that they feel, but they still play out there. Can you name any other sport where guys play through such pain like NHL players do? I'll wait. I'll end with this. Watch a hockey game. Talk about it the next day. Hell, even watch a rerun of one. It's the only thing we could do now for the time being. But watch one. A meaningful regular season game and a postseason game. Give it a shot and you may be surprised. Hell, I'll even provide one for you. I'll provide 2 links to a meaningful NHL game. Doesn't matter what the team is. One of a regular season game that matters, and another one of a Stanley Cup final game and how much it means and how entertaining they are. How would you like that? I hope you watch this video, and I hope you watch the videos. Let me know, Max Kellerman. Find me on Twitter at Greg_Risorto TRR. I'll be waiting for you. Please, respond. Anything. Address it on First Take. Address it on Twitter. Any platform. I will be waiting for you. Please. Open conversation I am willing to have with you about this. Until that time, I'll be waiting. The puck is in your crease now, my friend. And just in case you didn't understand that, ball's in your court.